Hey, everybody. Welcome back. This is Kevin Meredith, Innovation, Coffee with Kev-innovation. This is our weekly open office hours, talk about all things innovation, anything that you want to cover, innovation, entrepreneurship, business related. So, thank you all for coming back. And as the title suggests, this is not only about innovation, but also coffee today, and this one's empty. Already finished this one. This was a flat white, new location uh, on our coffee exploration, and that is Rekindle Cafe in the city of Orange, in Orange, California. And I also, knowing that we were going to be live, snagged a cold brew, so I'll grab that. And we'll. This is a real time test. I haven't had this yet, so we'll see. Yeah, that's a nice cold brew. Pretty mellow flavor, not acidity at all, and a little nutty maybe is the flavor. Really good though. Definitely be getting that again. I want to thank Jim Cooper at Braid Theory for introducing me to Rekindle. We both live in Orange and have been trying to meet up and get coffee there since back in December. If you recall, we had a little COVID action in our family, and that postponed our get together. So, thanks again, Jim and Braid Theory. They're doing amazing stuff. They lead cohort-based accelerator programs focused on blue ocean, blue economy, ocean components of the economy. They're located at Alta Sea down in San Pedro, Los Angeles County, and are really doing some pretty awesome support for companies around the world, all focused on blue economy primarily. So awesome job to what they're doing, and we're going to be co-hosting. They're going to be hosting an event that we are launching called the SoCal Supply Chain Meetup, and this is off of the Supply Chain Meetup Federation that started with Brian in New York City. So we want to thank Brian for his leadership there and support for us getting going as a Southern California chapter. It encompasses obviously the ports of LA and Long Beach, but also the inland facilities such as the ones in Ontario, California, warehouse and distribution primarily, and then everything rail, truck, you name it, it's covered under this. And so we have a panel coming up in just a couple weeks on Saturday that will be focused on having an open dialogue and discussion about the port congestion and how we get beyond it. And it will have a really awesome opportunity for some key stakeholders to share their perspectives in an open dialogue. This will not be a traditional panel, is our hope, is that it's really an open dialogue to figure out how we can get those solutions implemented and create value in a significant and lasting way. So the first one will be hosted down at Alta Sea and Braid Theory's home base down at Alta Sea. So again, thank you to Jim and the team at Braid Theory for supporting us in launching this new meetup, regional wide supply chain meetup. And then we also will be following up directly after that in April. The next meeting of the meetup will be at Future Fest 22, located at our location in historic downtown Ontario, 4th Sector, Ontario, where we will be doing a reboot of Future Fest that we did in the fall. We learned some lessons and have some changes to the programming and the approach, but the basic premise of the conference or the festival is the same, and that is providing equal access to opportunity, and the focus being on creating that future that you want and getting exposed to what are some things that are happening today that will absolutely be a part of that future. And so It's just a really good event. Tries to bring around the arts, food, music, uh, culture, innovation, entrepreneurship, and wrap it all together in a fun event. So we're excited to have another go at that in April. Friday, April 22nd is the date for Future Fest 22. And let's see, what else did I want to talk about? Oh, this is also uh, office hours for the students at Claremont McKenna College that are taking a course that I'm leading called Innovate Anything. So this is your opportunity, students, to jump on and have office hours. So we always want to make sure that you're aware of that. This week in class, we covered systems as a discipline, general systems theory, and the other topic we covered was ecology. And so what we want to do is build this capacity for the students to hone in on those critical uh, places where innovation has occurred in the past, and then be able to identify pathways for new innovations or new value to be created using those topics. So hopefully everyone had fun in class this week. We were able to do some Lego. So in preparing for the class and affiliated with the book we're finishing up called Destination Innovation, there's a section about systems. Our approach to innovation is a systems approach. My background is industrial and systems engineering. So it's natural for me to think about things and articulate them in terms of systems and system interactions. The model that we created for innovation is a systems model for innovation. And that, to be able to make that less dry of a topic than it really is, we found that there's a really great story about Lego. So the Lego bricks that we all love, there's an amazing history uh, and ethos around what is Lego, and really fun to explore that in class with some hands-on building with Legos. And the salient point to bring it back to systems is that they wanted to create a system of play. So not just handing you the am I not just handing you the toy and saying go play with it, but handing you with a system that you could build, construct, deconstruct, build something else, all within your control of your creativity. And that was really the basis of what is today Lego, and how they grew to be the largest toy company in the world by the early, I think it was like 2020. Is Could be wrong on the date, but it's been a little bit. That is an amazing story, though, and we really hope that it's a way for people to understand what a system is, and that is taking individual components that, when brought together, represent more value than any one of them alone. So the sum is greater than its constituent parts, essentially, is one way to define a system. So I think, that's really all I wanted to cover today. If you have questions around innovation, entrepreneurship, if you have specific topics that you want, you can always reach out to us, CONNECT at 4thsi.com. That's connect at 4thsi.com. We got someone else that just jumped on. Hey, how's it going? Any questions? Anything you want to cover about innovation? I'm drinking cold brew from Rekindle today. I already had a complete flat white from Rekindle today, and so I'm fired up, ready to go. Let me know if there's anything that you all want to cover, and otherwise, I guess we'll give you back your day and get going. So if you have anything, just feel free to request to be on the video or ask it in the chat. Either one works. Excited. Next week, we go deeper into systems in the Innovate Anything course, as well as better understanding risk, opportunities, and how they relate to innovation as well. So we'll talk a little bit about that next week. We also have an event, I2 Tech 2 will be tomorrow night, hosted at our space in Ontario, 5 to 7 p.m. That event is a relatively structured networking opportunity for folks to get out and learn key insights from leaders in their respective fields. And tomorrow we're talking about AI and some other technologies from people that are really doing it. And so it's not just a theoretical or editorial look at it. It is the nuts and bolts of AI. And so encourage everybody, if you haven't registered, please do so on meetup.com, I2 Tech 2. That's lowercase I 2, number 2, lowercase t, lowercase e, lowercase c, number 2, I2 Tech 2. And register. Feel free to show up as well if you don't have a chance to register, but we'll be there. It's good to know how many people are showing up in advance, but if you can't do it, you can't. Emmanuel Matthew, a local tech entrepreneur, has been leading that effort for years, and always appreciate the hard work that he puts into it, totally out of the goodness of his heart. He just wants to have a place to bring people together and continue to see the region develop the entrepreneurial and tech capability to grow. So really lucky to have Emmanuel located in the region. So big shout out to Emmanuel. And if there's nothing else, then we'll wrap it up. Thank you all for joining. We will see you next time. And with that, here's one. Would love to one day join. Have a dream of making educational platform for high school students to learn beyond the four walls of the classroom. Well, it sounds awesome. Let's connect in advance, and then we can figure out. You could jump on today and talk about it if you want. If you want to talk outside of this live stream, we also can do that. And to get to us, again, the easiest way is connect, CONNECT, at 4thsi.com, and we'll be able to get something scheduled if that's how you prefer to do it. So awesome. I look forward to hearing more about it, though. Sounds great. Thanks, everyone. Have a great day.